Hello, welcome to another exciting episode of Get to Know Your Performer, starring Western Bass. Here are a few of his clips.
Let's get down to business to defeat the hunch. Did they send me daughters when I asked for sons? No one's saying be there. No one's saying stop that. No one's saying see here. Need to run around all day.
That's definitely out.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Know Your Performers. We're going to be with Western today. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I have a couple questions for you today, if you're up for that.
I'm ready.
All right. So I want to know what got you into voice acting / singing.
Well, part of it was because people encouraged me and said I had a voice for it. But mostly it was because I just really like getting into character. I enjoy just getting wacky with it. So when I had the chance to do that and get paid for it, I thought, well, gee shucks willikers, why not do that?
Yeah, that's a good thing to do. So you say you've gotten paid before. What kind of jobs have you done?
A lot of them have been freelance kind of one-off jobs for like maybe an introduction for something. I did a job where I was the in-betweens for a radio on a game called Fallout 4 for a mod. Not
that's still
the
a big deal.
actual game itself, for a mod.
Mm.
So I was the keep listening to this radio. I forgot the name of it.
Insert radio name.
But the bigger jobs, or the biggest job I had was a game called Almost a Hero, made by a indie company in Barcelona, Spain, by the name of B Square. And yeah, I played 4 characters in that and got paid pretty okay for, indie rates. And I had continuous work with them for all their different advertisements, and when they'd release new characters, I would be the announcer who would explain the character on their YouTube channel.
Okay.
But yeah, otherwise my health hasn't really been too good to continue doing voice acting for a lot.
That's too bad. At least you can go on here and perform. A lot of people enjoy you.
Yeah.
You're the Disney guy after all.
Always fun. Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm calling you.
Oh, a lot of people call me that.
Yeah. You're very talented at that. What is
Okay.
your creative process into coming up with these voices and such?
Oh, my creative process. Well, it'll kind of be the same as you've heard from a lot of voice actors. Like if you listen to interviews with them, a lot of it comes from inspiration. Like a lot of the old voice actors, like some of the voice actors who did Looney Tunes back in the day would say, I thought of this old actor who had a very unique voice and I try to emulate it, but then, take it in my own direction. Like it inspires me. I'm not just copying it, kind of thing. So when I'm thinking of a voice, I'm thinking, well, I don't want to just emulate an accent, and I don't want to just emulate like a sound. I want to create something, what's the word? Verbose? No, that's not the word. Kind of meaty, well constructed, well put together, thought out. So my process is like, not just what it would sound like, but how they feel when they're saying the things that they're saying, the energy in which they put it in, And this is all very generic stuff that you're like, yeah, okay, yeah, I kind of hear that all the time. But so for me, like in Almost a Hero, there's a character named Wendell, which I voice, and he sounds like this. So see, if you can hear, I kind of have a gummy sound because he only has one tooth. So I wanted him to sound like he only has one tooth. So
It's all those little details you gotta pay attention to really make it alive, the character.
Yeah, because it's not every voice actor gets to see the character they're playing, but when you do, you can see the facial expressions they're making. You can see the kind of flaws, and that's important, is because you want a voice that incorporates the flaws that the character has. That gives it more tastiness, more spiciness. No,
More spicy. Yeah, it's not
spicy to
exactly.
a meal, it would be delicious. Yeah, but aside from that, with Wendell, when I was doing his voice, I was also thinking of, like, in Dragon Ball Z, there's Elder Kai and also King Kai. With King Kai, I was thinking more of the speech impediment, kind of, because King Kai kind of has a Goku.
Yeah.
He has kind of a weird sound to his voice, which I would call him speech impediment. But then Elder Kai with his sassiness, and he loves the ladies. So that's with that, and then with Handsome Jim, another character I play in the game, it was kind of more obvious where the voice I got for him came from, because I was just basically doing my best Tim Curry impression, because I thought to myself, this man is arrogant. He thinks he's the most beautiful man in the world, but he's uglier than a bulldog drinking vinegar. So how would he sound so puffed up and full of himself? So basically, I wanted the most snottiest, obnoxious kind of, I want to punch this guy in the face kind of sound. One of the lines literally is, ow, all you almost pretty people.
Okay. So, if you could pick your favorite voice you can do, what would it be, and what is your best voice?
My favorite voice. That would be between Snoopy, which he sounds like this. Oh, mother. I really like to do this voice because people really like it too when they remember him.
I do.
And then also,
I'd have to give it to Frieza, maybe. He's quite the pickle and the adorable scamp, isn't he? He's so ornery, that one. He just wants to kill the monkeys! Those darn Saiyans.
Very impressive.
So I think I'd have to pick between those two.
Okay. Those are very well done, both of them.
Oh, thank you.
What would you say to a young, inspiring voice actor? Where to start?
Where to start? Small. Don't go grandiose. Don't think you're gonna hit it big in like 2 or 3 tries, 2 or 3 projects even. Don't expect to get paid right away either. Go for experience. Go for the ones that are just wanting, small projects that are doing. It could be a really good job. You just don't get paid for it. And as a small-time voice actor, as someone who's just starting out, that's what you have to expect. You could get really lucky and get a paid job right away, but that's not my experience. So stick with it. Do voice acting not because you're expecting to get to some line, some goal that might be far off, because you'll get burned out really fast. Do it because you enjoy it. And start, because one thing that people don't realize when they're doing those free jobs, when they're doing those jobs with people, they're getting exposure, but they're also getting connections. You're meeting and greeting. You're building up a base of people who understand your talent and where you're coming from. And if you do a good job, there's a great possibility they'll spread the word around. And it's also something to cite. When you do eventually get into bigger jobs, you can create a demo reel off of the jobs that you've previously done to show your range, to show your ability. Also, know that when you are auditioning for something, they're listening to your equipment quality as much as they're listening to your voice.
Mm-hmm.
Equipment isn't everything. When I first started, I just had a Blue Yeti. That's all I had. And that's what I did most of my lines for Almost a Hero with.
Okay.
But it was the quality of my acting, at least I hope, that they hired me for the game. And they apparently liked it enough to get me on it. But yeah, also demo reels. When you have enough stuff, make a demo reel that you can give to people, because that's basically a word of mouth thing. You're like, here, have this, here, have this, here, have this. Look at it, look at it, look at it.
Right.
But if you're a voice actor who's not going into studio voice acting, where you're going to have a whole team editing your equipment, or not equipment, your files for you, you're going to have to be your own editor.
Mm-hmm.
And one suggestion is any unnecessary breaths, take them out. Those can be distracting. So if it's an unnecessary breath, where it's just a breath that has nothing to add, take it out. Just be conservative with how you take and how many breaths you take out.
Mm-hmm.
And my last bit of advice, since I don't have all the knowledge in the world, is to go to a website. I prefer this website called voiceacting.boards.net. And again, that's voiceacting.boards.net. It not only has job postings for free and paid, but it also has basically lessons on how you can improve. Lots more than I can give you right now off the top of my head.
Okay. So it's a good to learn how to do everything you need.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is the part of the show where I like to give you guys, the performers, a platform where you can say what you do and whatnot, where your socials are and such. So go ahead and link your stuff if you want.
Okay. Well, I'm a bit of a weird one, but this mostly has to do with my health. I don't really have socials because I don't have the health to keep up with my socials. But you can find me, again, on Almost a Hero, which is a mobile game you can download from the App Store on your phone. And I've also been in a game called Infinite Adventures. It's a dungeon crawler type game. I play an old man named Giamattis, or I forget how to pronounce his name. So look me up on those games. The Infinite Adventures is on Steam, Xbox, PlayStation. You can find it on those. I sing a lot on here. I don't really do YouTube and stuff. A lot of what I do is just hobby type of stuff, so I'm not really findable much. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's no problem. This is more for you.
Yeah.
So,
but if you'd like to see me, I will be trying to perform on Froggy's stage on the times in which I am able, on Friday, or at any other event that is not Sunday, because I rest on Sundays.
Yep. It's fair. All right. Well, thanks for coming down. It was a pleasure to talk to you.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me.
Yes. Anyway, we're signing off. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.